The world's tallest buildings now and in 2020.
At number 5, meet Taipei 101. When it opened in 2004, this was the world's tallest building at 509 metres high. Designed to mimic the structure of bamboo, it stands in an area famously prone to earthquakes and typhoons. So, it's built to withstand gale force winds and earthquakes up to 7 on the Richter scale. Mind you, Taipei had an earthquake in 1999 that measured 7.6. At number 4, standing 541.3 metres tall, is New York City's One World Trade Center. It's highly symbolic because it stands on the site where the original World Trade Center was destroyed by terrorists on September 11. In fact, they deliberately made it 1,776 feet tall because John Hancock put his John Hancock on the American Declaration of Independence in 1776. At number 3, the massive Abraj Al Bayt Hotel Tower stands 601 metres tall and overlooks the Masjid al-Haram in Mecca, the most sacred site in Islam. It's said to be the site where Abraham and Ishmael built a house about 4,000 years ago. Every able-bodied Muslim has to visit at least once in their lifetime. That's a heck of a lot of visitors, as many as 2 million at a time in recent years. So, this enormous complex is able to accommodate as many as 100,000 people. Number 2 is the Shanghai Tower, also known as the building those crazy Russian guys climbed up and scared the crap out of the entire world. It sits in the Pudong region of Shanghai at 632 metres. And looking down, that bottle opener shaped building down there, that was the second tallest building in the world just back in 2010. Most skyscrapers use highly reflective glass to cut down on heat, but this twisting giant doesn't have to. Instead, it's got an inner and outer layer of clear glass on the facade that's between 1 and 10 metres wide. The gap acts as an insulation layer, so what you've really got here is effectively the world's biggest thermos flask. And the reigning champion, at a ridiculous 828 metres, the Burj Khalifa in Dubai. A building that's all the more remarkable because there's so little else around it. In a city famous for excess, the Burj Khalifa is king ding-a-ling. 163 floors, 2 basement car park levels, 46 maintenance levels, 58 elevators, $1.5 billion to build. The Burj rises so high out of the desert heat that it's 6 degrees cooler at the top than the bottom. So, what's this list going to look like in 2020? Well, by 2017, the Wuhan Greenland Center will open in China, followed by the KL 118 Tower in Kuala Lumpur in 2019. In 2016, the Ping An Finance Center will open in Shenzhen, China at 660 metres. It's still under construction, but those same crazy Russian guys as before have already climbed up it and hung off the cranes at the top, thus scaring the crap out of the whole world again. In 2020, at a cost of $4.5 billion, the Suzhou Zhongnan Center will open, again in China, at a height of 729 metres. And yes, someone's going to knock the Burj Khalifa off the top of the pile. Scheduled for completion in 2018, meet the Kingdom Tower. It's the pet project of the richest Arab in the Middle East, a Saudi prince. And if you think 1,007 metres looks pretty tall, think about this. It was originally planned to be about 1,600 metres so they could call it the Mile High Tower. But the ground underneath the building site wasn't strong enough to support it. To give you a sense of how high 1,000 metres is, if you look off the top of the Kingdom Tower, you should be able to see about 120 kilometres to the horizon before the curvature of the Earth takes it out of view. And what about if you jumped off the top? Well, if you jumped now, you'd accelerate to your terminal velocity by about now, and then you'd have about another 15 seconds or so to call your mum and tell her you don't need dinner tonight. You'd really have enough time to regret your decision before you became a big pizza on the road about now. One thing's for sure, this list is going to change fast. In fact, there's a group in China sitting on the prefabricated materials to build Sky City, which will be taller than the Burj Khalifa. They could start building it at any time. All they need is a tick from the local Changsha City Council. Once it gets going, it's not going to be a pretty building, but these guys reckon they can get it built in just 90 days. Amazing stuff.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and come visit us at gizmag.com.